What's going on Winners Win Podcast? Your boy Loso 2.0, the copycat himself. And today we're going to talk about the power of persuasion. Now, before we get started with all that, I like to do some housekeeping things. Please click that subscribe button below and subscribe to the Winners Win Podcast. Like this video, share it, comment below any questions, concerns, or if you just want to say something about how much you hate me or love me, hey, whatever it is, which I'm going to talk about a little bit too. And then also, too, if you're listening to this on any podcast platform, 5-star reviews, leave a review below because I like to see how I can continue to improve my craft because that's all it's about for me, right? Trying to improve myself day by day and become the best version of Loso 2.0, be the best version of a winner for you guys because I have to set an example. Now, before we get started with that, I like to keep you guys updated on everything. I love this sentence. I absolutely love this sentence, and I wrote about it in my blog. And if you're on my email list, if you're not, you can subscribe, whatever. But I wrote about it. The perfect sentence they said was, when someone hates you, they absolutely loathe you to the bottom of their core. But when someone loves you, they are literally like head over heels for you. But there's no in between. And I thought, as a marketer, as an entrepreneur, consultant, coach, whatever, this has to be the biggest compliment ever because it plays off of the idea of polarity. The people that hate me really, really, really loathe me to the point where they hate me so much to the point where they're just like, I hate you so much that I just want to get, pretty much, I don't want anything to do with you. I hate you so much. They may even post about me, how much they hate me. The ones who love me may love me so much then that they love me so much that they just continue to push my stuff, push my word out there and all that stuff. And I appreciate everybody for that. I even appreciate the ones that hate me too as well. It's all a blessing. But it's true though. I really play off the idea of polarity, and that's in real life too as well. This is someone telling me this in real life, not even knowing about my business, not even knowing about my marketing or anything like that. They just strictly said it off of my personality. And I'm glad I have a strong personality because what it does is it sets boundaries. It lets people know, you can't step all over, you're not walking all over this, right? I set strong boundaries, and I was told to have a strong personality because I'm a leader. I am a leader, and having leadership skills is one of the most powerful skills that you can have in this world. Not going with everyone else is doing, just going with your own flow is one of the most powerful, absolute, devastatingly powerful skill that you can have is just be a leader. Just have leadership skills. So I thought that was actually a pretty good compliment. As far as athletics go, right? Today, I got a great workout on my brother, right? He's trying to get in shape. I'm trying to stay in shape, just keep getting better. My boys over here trying to get in shape. It was a good run. So what we did was today we went to the gym, picked my brother up, 5 a.m. work, right? I've been up since 5 a.m., y'all. I am exhausted. That's what I'm saying. I got to knock these episodes off. But I found a way. I was not going to let you guys down. So I found a way to still get to y'all, right? So it's 11:52, but I'm gonna post all my stuff tonight because y'all deserve this stuff, right? Y'all been very, very y'all been there for me, all stuff like that. So I do appreciate y'all. But 5 a.m. work, getting up there, do some form shooting, step back, do some more form shooting, make some free throws. Then we start doing that drill that I'm telling you about, which I forgot. My brother also reminded me of another part of drill. He was like, if you miss 3 in a row, you got to down it back, and then you come back into the shooting. And that made me realize, wow, no, that's true. That's really true. That's really in-game stuff because it's you need to knock these 3 down or you don't. But even if you miss this 3 in a row, you can do it down and back. There's times I did down and back, was still able to make the drill because it's just pushing you to move faster and faster and faster. And I really like that. And then we started playing one-on-one because I stated this before. This was so great. Listen to the coach say this. He said, y'all just drilled out. Y'all not playing enough. And it's true. A lot of entrepreneurs, right? They're booked out, right? They have a library and I'm going to read 100 books, but I'm also taking notes and implementing them and teaching them to you because that's what's going to help me as well, right? But some people are so booked out, so studied out that they're not even implementing this stuff. They're so drilled up that they're forgetting to play, because that's when you're going to learn the most. You're going to learn the most when you're making mistakes, when you're out there in the field. So that's why I just love that saying as well. So that's why we play one-on-one every day when it comes to basketball. But anyway, I'm going to go to one of the most powerful skills when it comes to speaking, and that's that high-minded speakers seek to move, what's that say, hearers or audience by appealing to their highest motives. Now, there was other little notes in that chapter, but I think that's a really important part, right? Because it goes back to what I was telling you guys. If I ask you what business you are in and you tell me anything but the people business, you are absolutely lying to yourself, because that's what it all comes down to. Now, the simple formula for running the people business is easy. It's just figuring out what the person, their strongest reason why, or figure out what they like, or figure out, and it's just by asking uncovering questions or just doing the research and then just repeating it right back to them. That's all you got to do. Find their highest motives and then appeal off it. It's a simple strategy, but simple does not make it easy, because naturally as human beings, right, we always want to talk about ourselves. That's like that actually is our favorite thing to talk about, is ourselves. We always try to talk about how we did this. We always try to talk about how we did that. We're just accoladed out. Like, it's just all about what I achieved, what I did good, what I did this, I did that, yada, yada, yada. It's never about it honestly is never about the other person, because it's like, who cares? And it's funny because when you're telling somebody about yourself, they really don't care, but maybe they're being polite or something. But a lot of times, 9 times out of 10, they really don't care. You can't, what's the word I'm trying to say? You cannot just talk about yourself or just about the product. And that's another thing as well that we're talking about, right? It's features, and I say this, I'm going to say this a billion trillion times until it's drilled into your head, that features are what a product does, benefits are what the product does for you or for the customer or for the consumer or the client. That is the only thing you should be working with, is benefits. All it should be about is what it can do for the other person. So when you're speaking, when you're a high-minded speaker and you're speaking to these large audiences, it should be strictly, okay, what is this going to do for the audience? Because it does not matter what I think. It does not matter how this can help me or how this can affect me in any way, shape, or form. It is literally strictly about the audience. How can this help the audience? That's all you should be thinking about, because when you're thinking about that, you're then playing off of that in order to get them to do, and at the end of the day, get them to do what you want them to do, right? I had plenty of customers come in, oh, I just want a tech question. It's not there. I still ask them all the questions, all the qualifying questions, because I tell them it's my job to make sure when you leave here that you are fully helped and that you don't have any questions when you come back. But that also is a way to figure out what their motives are, figure out things about themselves to repeat back to them, because people love to talk about themselves. So let me get you to talk about yourself more. That's all it is. You literally have to try to find ways to appeal to their higher motives, what their motives are, right? If someone's there to make money, I'm not going to be like pushing them on trying to be the best. Oh, don't you want to be the best? This, that, and the third. No. But then it's like, if their motivation is just being the best, I'm not going to push money being on them. I'm not going to say, hey, you can make this much money, this much. They probably don't care. It's because what you care about. And that's the problem. And that's the problem with when it comes to business. You're over here trying to market what you want to market, what you should do to an extent, but also with how it's going to help your audience. Same thing with relationships. You try to love that person based off of your love language, not based off of your own, off of theirs. It happens with the gym. You're trying to do what you feel like doing and not what's necessary in order to make you a better player. All these things kind of come together when I say you have to do your research and you have to appeal to the audience higher motive. You have to do, basically, it's like you have to do what you got to do, really, right? So that's really all I have for you guys. I'm over here dozing off halfway. I want you guys to keep killing this day, and then we're going to go into tomorrow. And just remember, you pray for success like this. 2.0 out.